Alright, so the next update in the auto keycard saga. I finally got a hold of them, and I talked to them in person. Well, some of the stuff I learned wasn't exactly what I was hoping to find out, and some of it was kind of what I had already expected. First things first, I will have a fundraiser going. He's going to have me run it because, well, I mean, might as well. I didn't want to because I didn't want to be involved with it at all. Because if something were to go south, then that can fall on my shoulders. I wanted it to be in somebody else's name, and then I would just talk about it. But he was like, hey, you know, I trust you. I want you to run it. Make sure the money goes to where it needs to go, etc., etc., etc. And I'm like, you're sure there's, like, no one else you want to do it? He's like, well, you could have this other guy I was talking to do it, but, I mean, I trust you, so, you know, I kind of just want you to do it, because then it's all in one spot. It's consolidated. You can take care of it as need be. So I'm going to be running the fundraiser. It'll be like this right here. I'm going to pull the money out every 24 hours. So even if they shut it down, it doesn't really matter. If you go on there and it is shut down, check the link in the description, because there I will have the up-to-date fundraiser. Because if they shut it down, I'll just put up a new one. If you donate and you get your money back, just go in the description of this video. There will be the new one there. Click on that one, then just donate there. Understand, if you donate, get your money back, it'll probably take me about 24 hours to realize it's shut down next time I go to try to pull out the money. So, wait about 24 hours, go to the description of this video, and there'll be the new one. The next thing, so, yeah. Multiple people have contacted his attorney to try to let him know that, hey, Daniel Kelly will be a witness in your case, and lawyers offering their services, etc., etc., etc. I'm like, hey, what has your lawyer told you? How come I haven't got a call yet? Because I've made it overly clear to several people that have called her, plus I've called her, that you need to get a hold of me so we can move forward with this. What his lawyer told him was, wait for it, I've got or how do you say she worded it? We've gotten several disturbing calls. That's it. Nothing. No information. Nothing at all. Nothing to get a hold of me. Nothing. Just, we've got some disturbing phone calls, which implies, like, death threats or something like that. That's absurd. Because I know for a fact, several people have been like, hey, you need to get a hold of this lawyer, or hey, you need to get a hold of this lawyer. Whatever. So, basically that means she needs to be removed. Because clearly she's intentionally sabotaging the case, and this case we can't lose. This case is very important. Cases like this, the bump stock case, those cases have to be won. Because those cases, the ATF is hanging their hat or hinging their case on that just because it looks like an illegal whatever, or it's close enough to an illegal whatever, therefore it is. So it doesn't actually have to be. It only has to look like it. Canada's going through this problem. Now all of a sudden they're regulating like airsoft guns and stuff like that because they look too much like real guns. We don't want to be there. We have to win these cases. If you caught Daniel Kelly's last live stream, the ATF has been doing this for a while. They call it dimpling or scribing. And basically, like say you were to etch a third hole in your receiver, well, you have a machine gun. Even though you didn't actually drill the hole, you etched it. However, the ATF has already lost cases on this that would set precedents. It was something to do with an AK-47 flat. It was drawing on where you had to bend it, or scribed into where you had to bend it. I'm not really sure which one because I'm not familiar with that case. And he didn't know either when he was talking about it, so I don't know. The point is, they've already taken people to trial over exactly what happened with the auto key card and lost. So there's a very good chance, unless he has just the worst luck ever and has an unlucky draw and gets an anti-gun judge, he'll probably win this. Because there's already a case that sets precedence. Not to mention, you cannot take the auto key card, you can't put a magazine in it, it cannot fire full auto, it can't even be put into a firearm without, quote, what the ATF says, 45 minutes of machining. So that doesn't even fall under readily convertible. And it's cool too, because after he wins this case, as long as he doesn't get a bad luck draw and an anti-gun judge, well, now we can start to chip away at auto sears themselves being machine guns. They don't fire ammunition, they don't have a firing pin, they don't have a barrel, they can't take a magazine. So what makes a drop-in auto sear a machine gun by itself? That needs to be changed. And this is one step towards changing that. Alright, so now we got that out of the way. This is the update with the case, where we are, where we need to go. He's going to have to hire a lawyer. If you guys are lawyers in Florida, like real lawyers, you feel strongly you can win this case, get a hold of me. But we need to get a fundraiser going, because I'm pretty sure Dan O'Kelly is pay to play. So it's going to probably cost a lot of money to hire him. I don't know. He's going to talk to me personally, and we're going to talk about this stuff. But if I had to guess, probably around like 50 grand, somewhere in there. And we're going to need a lawyer. That's going to be like at least 100K, because he's at the very beginning of his trial. And even after they find him innocent, as long as he doesn't get a bad luck judge, he's going to be at it for probably, what, 2 years? Going through all this crap. He also did say he is absolutely not going to take a plea bargain. He's going to fight this because he understands the significance of it and how it would affect the Second Amendment if he did plea bargain out and or lost the case. Whether or not you care about dropping auto sears, auto key cards, anything like that, he cannot lose this case because it will have implications for everyone. So he's got to win. So anyway, I'm not really sure what to set the GoFundMe at. I'm just going to go 300K because I know that will cover everything. Now, the reason I didn't do a fundraiser before is because, okay, let's say I did a GoFundMe and I got 300K. What the hell am I going to do with the 300K? How is that going to help the Second Amendment community? Yeah, if I wanted, I could go out and buy a bunch of strippers, or I guess rent a bunch of strippers, or have an event and have you guys all meet me at a strip club I rented for a night. But that doesn't help the cause. So I didn't want to take the money until I knew for sure I could put it somewhere. Because without me talking to him personally, I can't have a lawyer move in on the case because that would be a conflict of interest. Now, I can talk to him directly because I'm not a lawyer. I'm not giving legal advice, and if you take legal advice from me, you're stealing. So therefore, I can talk to him. That's not a conflict of interest. And then he can fire his lawyer when I tell him to, while the other one swoops in. But before, with the lawyer bullguarding him, if I hired him another lawyer, it wouldn't matter. Because the lawyer would have to agree to bring that person onto their team. So I was in a really bad spot because what could I do? I couldn't do anything. I couldn't help him in any way, shape, or form until he had talked to me directly. So that's where we're at. A question I wanted to get to. I get asked all the time, don't you get nervous poking the bear all the time? Like you're always chasing the ATF, pointing out the stupid shit they do. Now you're putting your neck out on the line to represent this case, to help them fight a case the ATF would very much like to win because of the precedents it would set. Well, the answer is, you're goddamn right. Dude, it's terrifying poking my neck out there. However, I make large sums of money from YouTube for what? What is my job? My job is to represent you guys. All you guys that are subscribed to my channel, I am representing you. I am doing what you guys are not able to do because I have the community. I can now draw on resources. I can hammer down on them to the best of my ability using the freedom of speech. I can point out the stupid crap they do. I can raise support for cases. And yes, it's most definitely terrifying. They could decide tonight, we're going to shut this guy up. Even after they show up at my house and they find out I have done nothing wrong, just raiding my house, dragging me out, pulling out my family, possibly wrapping me up in a court case over something. God knows whatever they'd come up with, manufactured evidence or not. They would screw up my life indefinitely. And it would hurt. And it is scary. However, should I get the hammer? Should they come after me? Don't feel bad for me. Don't pity me. I knew the risk I was taking when I took this position. Because of the position I am in, I cannot back down. Yes, I'm not trying to move myself into a position or into a fight I can't win. No, I don't want to do that. However, I know there is a risk at what I'm doing. And I accepted the risk. I accepted the terms of the risk. I knew what I was getting in beforehand. Yes, there will be people that will show you how to help me fight if I get the hammer. But I just don't want you to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I knew the terms. I knew the risk. I took the money. I took the reward for the risk. Therefore, I am here to stand up for you guys. Anyway, where was I going with all that? Give me a second, because I know I had a point to make. Anyway, so we're going to keep pushing forward. And yes, it would suck if I get hammered. Would I get hammered? Dude, I'm about as clean as you can possibly get. If they hammer me, it's going to be with some sort of manufactured evidence or something they totally pulled out of their ass. But anyway, I feel that is my job, to represent you guys. So, we're going to continue to push forward. I don't mind doing this sort of thing. I feel it's kind of my niche in the market, because there's just not a lot of creators that do. Yeah, there are people that'll help out other people, but I base my channel more around that. So, am I intentionally poking the bear to get myself screwed? No. Do I understand the fact that it's very possible I will get the axe because I poked the bear? Yeah. But you know, whatever. That's my job. That's what I'm getting paid to do. So, if you'd like to help support the channel, got my Patreon right there. I also have Amazon affiliate links. Even if you don't buy what those links are for, just clicking on that link and doing the Amazon shopping you're going to do anyway, I have a little kickback for it because you came there off my channel. Don't forget to go to his GoFundMe. Donate if you can. For real, we gotta win this case. But, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Why do you gotta be such a heartless little brat?
If I am such a brat, then why don't you spank me right now, Daddy? And show me what a bad girl I have been and teach me a lesson.
Okay, I might have been overreacting a little bit, Lacey. I love you. I'm never gonna trade you in.
I love you too.
It's not the action I wanted, but it's the action I can get.